What's up, guys? Welcome to Pig Kahuna Barbecue. I'm Tyson Kai Kamanu, and today we're going to smoke prime rib on the Weber kettle.
I came from the mud, there's dirt on my hands. Strong like a tree, there's roots where I stand. Oh, I've been running from the law.
Pig Kahuna Barbecue.
Hope they won't shoot me down soon.
Alright, so what we have today is about a 7-pound choice grade boneless ribeye roast. Now this originally started as a bigger roast, about 15 pounds that I cut a smaller one out of and used the rest to cut ribeyes. So to get started, what we're going to do, you can see all this extra fat and silver skin. This isn't going to do any good for us, so we're going to take this off, and this top layer really just peels right off. We're going to get down to the meat so we can get seasoning on it. When we get down to the end here, we're going to leave this fat tail on today. But if you wanted to, you could take that off. And this vein right here of fat, we're going to take a little bit off, but we're going to leave that in because that's what holds these two muscles together. Alright, now we got that big layer of fat off. Now we got all this silver skin under here. We want to take that off too. That's going to keep us from getting seasoning on there, and it's not going to chew very good either. I'm going to take all this off, especially right here. This is the spinalis. This is the best part of the ribeye. So we're just going to get our knife under there and peel all that off. Get this edge. And we're about done trimming already. It doesn't take much on these. Alright, and we'll go ahead and call that good for this one. Alright, now that we got it all trimmed up, we're going to go ahead and get seasoned. We're going to start with whatever you want to call this. Worcester sauce, Worcestershire. We're just going to put a light coat of that over this whole thing. And use that as our binder so our rubs stick. We're going to get that on all sides. Just going to rub it in, real light coat. That'll add a little bit of flavor for us too. So once we got that done, we're going to go on with our first layer. We're going to use DB180 all-purpose. And the unique thing about this one is, along with your salt, pepper, garlic, it's also got powdered butter in it. So we're going to get a good rich flavor from that too. I'm just going to go light coat on all the sides. Make sure you get the spinalis side real good. And then next we're going to go with our DB180 steak and beef. This one's medium grind. It's pretty coarse beef rub. It's got all the good stuff in it: paprika, onion, black pepper. We're going to get that on all sides also. And we're going to use coarser rubs today since we're not going to sear this. It's going to help us build a crust along the outside of this. And then our third rub today is going to be Code 3 grunt rub. It's a garlic, super coarse garlic rub. It's just going to add us another extra layer of coarseness and garlic. It's going to go real good with this prime rib beef flavor. Just go ahead and press it into all the sides. That's all we got. We're going to get this on the pit now. So for today's cook, we're going to run the snake method. And this method's one of the easiest ways to turn the Weber kettle grill into a smoker. What we did was we set up the charcoal briquettes 2 wide, about halfway around, and 2 tall on top of that one. And we started it with about 12 lit briquettes, and we started that at the beginning, and it's going to burn slowly like a fuse and give us hours of consistent burn time and temperature. And on top of that, we put our pecan chunks, and we're going to run about 275 degrees today. Alright, now that we got it seasoned, we got our grill up to temp, our pecan chunks are rolling smoke. We're going to go ahead and get on the grill. We're going to place this right here with the fat cap towards the fire, and we're going to put our probe right dead center of this ribeye, prime rib. And we're going to get our lid on. Since our fire's burning over here, we want it to draw the smoke and heat across the prime rib. We're going to put our vent opposite of where the fire's burning. So we'll leave that for about an hour and a half, and we'll come back and check it. Alright, we're a little bit over an hour in. We're just going to take a peek real quick. Starting to get good color, and our crust is starting to form. Our fire's burned from over here to over here. So we're going to turn our lid over here so we're still pulling across this meat. And we're shooting for an internal temperature of 125, so we got about 40 degrees to go, and then we'll check back in with you. Alright, so our alarm went off. We've hit 125 degrees. Been on for about 3.5 hours at 275, and it is looking amazing. With a nice crust. It smells amazing. So what we're going to do now is take this off, put it on a pan, and we're going to lightly cover it with foil and let it rest for about 30 minutes, and then we get to cut into it. Alright, so we've let this rest 30 minutes now. And it's looking amazing. It's still steaming hot. And while we were letting it rest, we went ahead and made a sour cream horseradish sauce. About a cup of sour cream, 4 tablespoons of horseradish, and a tablespoon of the DB180 all-purpose to add a little bit of richness. Like I said, that one does have a powdered butter in it, so we'll have some tang, some heat, and some richness from our sauce. And we're almost ready to cut into this, but first let's go over what we did today. First, we got our smoker up to 275 with some pecan chunks. Then we got our 7-pound roast and got it trimmed down. Once we got it trimmed down, we used some Worcestershire, some AP, a beef rub, and a garlic rub to get us this good solid crust. And we let this go for about 3.5 hours until we hit 125 degrees on the, right in the middle. Alright, now's the best part. We get into this. We're going to cut this into, personally I'm going to cut this into about 1/2-inch slices. We should be, there we go. We're going to be a little bit more done on the ends. Person that likes a little more done can have the end piece. Get a little more medium rare as we get into the center. We're looking awesome. You got juices flowing. The spinalis has a nice little smoke ring. You got a smoke ring all the way around. You got juices flowing. We got everything rendered down. We got a nice crust. This should be an awesome prime rib. So I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to try it. I'm going to get me a piece right off the spinalis. Like I said earlier, that's the best part of a ribeye. It's most tender. It's got the most marbling. As you can see, we let it rest 30 minutes and we still got steam rolling out. So I'm going to try a piece first without the sauce. And we are tasting awesome. We got a good subtle smoke flavor. We got the garlic coming through, the pepper, the paprika, and perfectly balanced. And we got our sauce here. Wouldn't be prime rib without a little horseradish. So we're going to go ahead and try that too. And that's cream on top. That's perfect. So that's going to do it for us today, guys. Mahalo nui. Thanks for watching. And do us a favor and go ahead and like, subscribe, share, and follow us on Instagram, Pig Kahuna Barbecue.